Okay, fuck it. I'm gonna do this. Anyways, hi, I am Moving Target. It's what I go by in the Brony community. And, sorry about the picture. My webcam is fucking terrible. Also, apologize about the language. I cuss. Sorry. um, I'm here to talk about fanfiction. It's something I'm very passionate about, especially in the My Little Pony community, and it's great. I've been a fan of fan fiction since basically 2005, I guess, with a friend of mine in high school got me into Harry Potter fan fiction, and now I'm into My Little Pony fan fiction. Uh, I've read, as I said, Harry Potter, My Little Pony, Jack and Daxter, Kingdom Hearts, The Office. That was weird. Only one. It was okay. But I've read a lot, and I love to read just anything really. And I just wanted to share recommendations, things I think about, why My Little Pony works really well as a fan fiction medium thing, because stories like Harry Potter or Naruto, that's another one I read or read quite a lot. I don't very much so anymore. But the reason why I feel My Little Pony works so well as a fan fiction thing is because of the fact that, well, it's a slice of life story. There's not a set plot like there was in Harry Potter, which was huge in fan fiction, really kind of made it very popular. And there was a set plot there that people were trying to follow. I mean, I would read stories about, oh, this is my idea for what the fifth book is supposed to be. Or, oh, this is what I think the sixth book will be, what the seventh, you know what I mean. And it kind of boxes in the the ideas there. I mean, you only have so much to work with, and how when you read it as much as I did, you just notice so many similarities. I mean, all the same fucking Horcruxes. It was insane. I mean, I got to the point where all I liked were just gosh, what was it? Oh yeah, alternate universe stuff, like completely changing up like where Harry was in his house, or Dumbledore being evil or something like that, something different. And that's why My Little Pony works so well, is because of the fact that there's not a set thing to follow, so you can do whatever. You could write a story about how Luna goes insane again and tries to take over Equestria. You could talk about how Discord comes back and falls in love with Celestia. You can do anything, and that's what's so great about it. It's also a really diverse cast of characters, especially the fanon characters like Vinyl Scratch, Octavia, Lyra, Bonbon. They're so popular because of fan fiction, if you ask me. And then I'm gonna say it. There's Fallout Equestria, which is one of the best stories I've ever read ever. And I mean, anybody that hasn't read Fallout Equestria is like, that's 600,000 words. That's longer than the Lord of the Rings trilogy, which is absolutely ridiculous. And you look at that and you're like, how am I supposed to sit down and read this? How is this supposed to entertain me for that long of a time, especially if you're not much of a reader? I mean, it's excellent. It's amazing. It draws you in. It's so good. I mean, if you're a fan of Fallout, which personally I didn't really play that much of Fallout 3 at all. I mean, but it made me want to play the game, and I bought it and I played it a lot actually after I finished Fallout Equestria, because it was cool. But I mean, if you're, I'd like to say if you were a fan of just Fallout, you could enjoy Fallout Equestria. But to be honest, I don't think you could handle that. I just don't think people who aren't fans of My Little Pony could handle reading a My Little Pony fanfic just because they like Fallout. I don't think they can. Every all the haters and all the people who are like, "Oh, you like My Little Pony? You're a pedophile. You're gay. You're retarded. You're stupid. Why the hell would you like something like this?" And honestly, I don't fucking know. I don't know why I like My Little Pony. It makes me happy. Sitting down and watching pastel colored ponies prance around and do crazy shit for 22 minutes an episode is fun for me. And the best part is the community. The community is amazing. I've met 5 of my best friends through My Little Pony. I mean, I freaking love these guys. They're amazing. I I just went to BronyCon with one of them, and it was the best weekend of my life. And I know I would have had fun at BronyCon by myself, but if my friend Joe wasn't there with me, it wouldn't have been as good. It just wouldn't have. And I feel like I'm rambling. I hope I'm not. But, eh. Oh well. I don't know if I'm even going to put this up. I might. I might not. But I just wanted to, introduce myself, say I'm moving target, say I like fan fiction, say I have a lot of experience with fan fiction. I mean, for quite some time I've read fan fiction. And I mean, if you want to, you could look up my fiction profile. I've read over almost 8 million words worth of stuff. I mean, I know it's not as much as some people. I mean, I know there are other people that have read more than me, but I just I just wanted to share what I know. I mean, I wanted to make recommendations to people who are looking for something that's not like the Fallout Equestrias or Past Sins or Upheaval or, gosh, all the other really famous fan fiction things that you always hear about, and some of the lesser stuff, some of the stuff that's really well written, like my third favorite story, which is actually a series of stories, which is really really amazing. It's fantastic, but I think the reason why most people just pass on it is because it's an OC shipping story. It's an. I mean, this author set out to write a series of fics shipping every one of the main 6 with an OC of his, and you think, oh wow, who hasn't done that? I've never read anybody who's done it this good. And to be honest, the first story, I fucking hated it. I thought it was terrible, and it was, because it was an overpowered Gary Stu OC story. Especially at the very end when he establishes him as a 7th element of harmony and shit like that. I even said something to the author in the comments. I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? This is ridiculous. This is terrible. You took something that was pretty fairly good. I mean, it had its issues. I mean, but this is this guy's first fic, and he's wrote almost 80,000 words. I mean, that's impressive. But it just didn't work. It didn't. It not in the way it was. But he even acknowledged that Cerulean 1313, dude, you're amazing. I can't believe the turnaround from the first story to the next 5. I mean, I'm finally caught up. I just finished Song of Whispers, and it was awesome. It's a great fic. It's 180,000 words, and I was hooked in the entire time. It's great. I mean, you it just I guess it just depends on what you like. I like I like shipping too. I should probably mention that. You'll probably hear a lot of shipping recommendations from me if I actually ever put this up. But it's something that fascinates me in the fiction space, and also for people who don't. Actually, you know what? I should have fucking said this earlier because it's 9 minutes in. But anyways, if you don't like fan fiction, or like, oh, it's not canon, so it's stupid, why would you read something like that? To me, fan fiction is looking inside someone's head and seeing their head canon, what they think in their head. I mean, it's just everyone, I know, everyone that's a brony at least has had ideas for, oh, this would be cool if. And that's what fan fiction is. It's not like, oh, I'm rewriting the story because I think I can make it better. I'm writing what I think would be cool in the context of this story. At least that's what it is to me. And I like that. I like seeing what people think and what they, what their ideas are, because some of them are really amazing. Some of them are kind of mediocre. Some of them are kind of stereotypical, basic. I mean, if you've read one Apple Dash fic, you've read them all, is what the saying is. And some people just write mediocre Apple Dash fics, and some people can actually, build on what is kind of established there and actually make something really, really good. And yes, okay, yes, Rainbow Dash is not a lesbian. That's not the point of fanfiction. The point of fanfiction is not to ship Rainbow Dash unless if you're reading a clopfic. And if you're reading a clopfic, then that's not what I'm here to talk about. I mean, if that's what you like, go for it. But I'm not going to stop you, but that's just not for me. And now I'm just sitting here thinking about fan fiction again, because that's just what I do. Oh, hell. I'll probably cut this out if I ever put this up on YouTube. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is fan fiction, to me, is something that's important to the community, and it doesn't get the coverage I think it deserves. The blind hatred of fan fiction, I mean, there's so much out there that there will be something that you will like, no matter who you are as a brony. And I'd like to help you find that. I mean, hell, if you want to see Big Macintosh actually shipped with Cheerilee, if you thought, oh, it would be cute if they were together, okay then, I can steer you in the right direction because I found it. I mean, I've read a really funny, interesting story of Twilight and Cheerilee getting drunk, grading papers together, and then they make out. It was nonsensical and just fan service, really, but it was funny and short, so you could read it in an afternoon. Hell, you could read it in less than an afternoon. I read it in 20 minutes, but that's me. I read really, really fast. I mean, hell, I read half of Fallout Equestria in a day. So, what's that tell you? I read a lot. Fuck. But I guess what I want to do here is just talk about fan fiction, share my views, share what I think, and share some cool fics that I found that don't get the coverage that I think they deserve. So, thanks for watching. Like, share this with all your friends. Subscribe if you really, really like me that much. I don't know. Uh, I, I know it's kind of bland behind me. I'm just doing this in my kitchen. I'll probably do it in my room next time. But this is what it is. And I hope you liked it. Thanks.